Holy smokers, this ain't no joker. We got some massive Tesla news just out right now, guys. Now, first off, this all started yesterday. Elon Musk on his Twitter page, he puts out a tweet that says Thursday, 2 p.m. And then people are like, what is that all about? Then another tweet comes out a little later that says California. Then another tweet comes out a few hours later that says some Tesla news. And people started getting real excited about this, obviously, okay? But then 2 o'clock today comes around and what do we have? Nothing. This screenshot is as of 2:26 p.m. and there's still nothing on Elon Musk's Twitter page, and it's like, what the heck is going on? Now, meanwhile, Tesla stock is paused during this time because of this news was going to be announced, okay? So the SEC actually pauses Tesla stock and it's basically not doing much, okay? It's paused, it can't go up, it can't go down or anything. And people are like, what is going on here? There's no news. Elon Musk hasn't said anything on his Twitter page. But the news came out actually on the Tesla website. Basically, the orders were paused for Model 3s and basically all Teslas. And then all of a sudden, when it finally got back up and running, you could go on and get a Model 3 for under $27,000. And that is after the tax credits, which is absolutely insane. A Model 3 for around $27,000 after the tax credits, okay? Now, this particular model gets around 220 miles of range, which is more than enough for most people out there. Top speed of around 130 and does 0 to 60 in 5.6 seconds. And this is a Tesla everybody has been waiting for because this is the mass model. This is when you start to get into price points that $20,000 to let's say $40,000 price points where the masses can afford, okay? This is really exciting. Even if you look at the long range, right? That gets 325 miles of range, which is more than enough to get yourself to another state or any other city or things like that, right? You get 140 mile per hour top speed, 0 to 60 in 5 seconds. Even this one, after the tax credit, you're looking under $35,000, which is absolutely insane because it's an electric vehicle, let's keep in mind, right? Now, if we kind of play around with some of the features and whatnot, and we look at the price points, here I did a Model 3, a standard range rear wheel drive Model 3, right? Just regular black paint, regular 18-inch wheels, standard interior. But even if you had autopilot on that, right? The price after the savings is still under $30,000 in purchase price in total. After taxes, fees, all those type of things, you're maybe looking somewhere around $40,000. And once again, that's before the tax credits or anything like that. That is really, really exciting, guys, because now you're at a price point where most folks can actually afford, okay? And this is with autopilot. Now, if we look at the payments on this, because a lot of people don't pay cash, especially a lot of folks that buy cars in the $20,000, $30,000, and $40,000 range, a lot of those folks like to do loans on those cars, right? If we look at the loan after estimated savings, you're looking at around $419 a month, but even without the savings in there, you're looking at around $500 or so a month. And once again, let's keep in mind, this is an all-electric Model 3 with autopilot. That is insane. Most folks that I know that actually have loans on cars pay anywhere from, let's say, $400 a month to maybe around $800 a month. So when you're talking about $500 a month or $600 a month, these are the type of price points that get a lot of people very, very excited because these are the price points that the masses could go out there and get. All electric Model 3 with autopilot. This is exciting, guys. Then we look at this one, okay? Full self-driving capability. This is what is really exciting, okay? We're talking about level 4, level 5 type autonomy. We're not only can it do highway driving and all those sorts of things, right? And brake and everything as far as that goes, but also it can recognize and respond to traffic lights and stop signs, as well as automatic driving on city streets, overtaking cars, all those sorts of things, right? That's a $5,000 feature there. So if you add that in, you're still looking after the estimated savings at around a payment of around $500 a month, or before the estimated savings of around $600 a month, okay? This is insane. Full self-driving Model 3 that can do everything, okay? City streets, highway, everything across the board is fully electric for an amount per month of around $600 a month. This is just insane, guys. Then we go ahead and look at this, right? This is if you're gonna buy that car cash, okay? Standard range, autopilot, and full self-driving capability, which is coming this year. You're looking at a purchase price estimated after savings of around $35,000, guys. Autopilot and full self-driving capabilities. This is insane, okay? This is absolutely extremely exciting. We got some things I want to go through here and why this is so exciting. Now, as far as Wall Street, what is Wall Street taking this? Well, not much, okay? Down around 3% after hours, but the stock did have a big run up. Who knows what people were expecting? Maybe they thought the news could be like Tesla's going to get bought out or something like that. You never know what short-term traders are expecting there. But as a long-term investor, this is unbelievably exciting, okay? Unbelievably exciting for many reasons. Let's go over this. First off, as we spoke about, mass affordability. When you start getting into, payments that people can make between $400 and $700 a month, that's what most people are paying on their cars that actually have loans on them, okay? So when you start talking about you're in those price points, all of a sudden now the masses can start affording your cars. Obviously, not everybody that's an adult can afford a $400 or $500 or $600 payment on a car, but you know who can? The masses can afford that. And that is what is extremely exciting about that. Reason number 2 is Elon's actually ahead of schedule on something. People love to give Elon Musk so much crap all the time. Oh, he can't ever hit the schedule. It's like a running joke, right? Elon puts out this thing, oh, we can hit this by this date, and it's so exciting, right? And then it ends up happening months later or years later or something like that. This is one of the few instances when Elon Musk is actually ahead of schedule, and that is really exciting because this is not usually the situation, right? Most Tesla folks out there, even bullish people like myself, expected the $35,000 Model 3 to maybe come sometime in late spring, meaning like late April, maybe even late May, or maybe even into summertime, like June, July, August, sometime around there. The fact that he's way ahead of schedule is huge from a long-term shareholder perspective because this proves that not only Elon Musk can actually hit dates, but actually be ahead of schedule. That is really exciting, okay? This running joke of Elon Musk can never hit dates and he puts out these dates, he'll never hit that. All of a sudden, that starts to switch, okay? Number 3, Tesla is beating everyone in self-driving. I've been talking about this for like probably a year, basically as long as I've been talking about Tesla on the channel. I think they're way ahead of everybody in self-driving. Some people like to say, oh, maybe Waymo's in front. No one in my opinion is even in the same league as far as Tesla, as far as self-driving. Why? Because they have mass self-driving data collected, okay? All the massive amount of Teslas that have been on the road for years now, whether the Model X's, the Model S's, or the Model 3s with autopilot, all those folks that have autopilot on, that's all mass data that's being collected, okay? In the real world, which is huge. This isn't like, let's try to train AI systems and whatnot and hope it works out in the real world. This is real world data being collected. Meet Kevin, for instance. He always posts on Instagram and whatnot, him driving around his Tesla Model X, and he's always driving it on self-driving mode. Guess what? Every time that car's on autopilot, it is collecting data for Tesla that Tesla can use to train its system to become better and better and better. And so they're way out in front of everybody as far as self-driving. They're gonna have level 4, level 5 type autonomy within a year from now, guys. This is unbelievable, okay? They're way out in front of everybody, and I think everybody's gonna finally start to realize it. And oh my gosh, Tesla, this is way bigger than, this is just an electric car company that has, dominant market share. People are gonna start realizing this is an electric car company with dominant market share that's gonna be in front of everybody in the entire world when it comes to self-driving. And this is going to start to finally hit people, and they're going to be like, this isn't only a play as far as selling automobiles, this is as far as having autonomous fleets, which is a whole game changer for Tesla, the company, okay? That's going to start to be realized. Number 4, a mass production boom is going to be coming now that you have the actual $35,000, after the tax credits, below $35,000 Model 3s out there, right? The numbers are going to go absolutely insane in terms of the production. Now you go from early adopters, people that were huge Tesla fans that were willing to pay $50 or $60 or $100,000 for a Tesla because they want to be early adopters and they were just huge fans of Tesla and they had the type of money to do that. You go from that, right, the early adopter phase, to now you get to the mass phase where the masses can actually afford these cars, and you get a lot of folks that maybe didn't have the money to spend on a $60,000 Model 3 like most of them had been selling for, right? Or didn't have the money for a Model X or a Model S. Now you get a lot of folks that say, oh, a $500 payment, I can actually afford that. That's what I'm paying now in my current car. And I can get a Model 3 that's electric and maybe even has autopilot and maybe even full self-driving capability for maybe $500 or $600 a month. This is what really excites people. And this is how you get the masses in to do ridiculous type production numbers. And this is how you get to a point where you start being able to produce, 10,000 vehicles a week, or maybe even 15,000 vehicles a week. And you start getting those numbers way up. this is one of the most exciting days as a Tesla long you've probably had in a long time, in my personal opinion. And as someone that's an actual shareholder of Tesla, I'm very happy with these moves being made. The fact that Elon Musk is ahead of schedule, that is big, okay? The running joke that Elon Musk can never hit dates, he's ahead of schedule on this one, okay? No one was expecting this. And Tesla bears, we're talking about, they won't have a $35,000 Model 3 in the market for years from now. That's what the Tesla bears were saying. And Tesla's bulls like myself literally weren't expecting this for at least another 3 to 6 months out. Ahead of schedule, and everybody's going to start to realize Tesla's in front of everybody in the world when it comes to self-driving vehicles, and that is an absolute game changer. When you could be ahead of everybody in terms of electric and in self-driving vehicles, you're going to realize like the valuation on Tesla starts to say, they're only worth $50 billion market cap, a $60 billion. You're telling me the company that's going to be the leader in electric vehicles and self-driving only has a market cap of 50 or 60? That doesn't make much sense, okay? This company's going to demand a much steeper premium to where their shares are trading at now. Let's put it that way, guys. So I'm super psyched about this. If you're long out there, as far as a Tesla shareholder, you need to be very excited about today. There's a lot of reasons to be very excited. And a day like today makes me think maybe I should pick up some more Tesla shares. I think I have maybe $20,000 or so invested in Tesla right now. After a day like today, I'm starting to think maybe I should have a lot more than $20,000 invested in Tesla, guys. So anyways, hope you enjoyed this. As always, let me know what your opinion is down there in that comment section. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.